When your child is not talking as much as you expected, it is normal to feel worried. Parents often ask the same question: is it a speech problem or is it something sensory? The truth is that speech and sensory processing are deeply connected, and understanding the difference helps you to choose the right support at the right time. In this video, I will walk you through how sensory issue can affect the communication, what actual speech delay looks like, and how both an occupational therapist and a speech therapist work together to help your child communicate with the confidence. Let's start with something most parents don't realize. Communication is not built on words. It is built on the body. For a child to talk, their brain first needs to make sense of the world through their senses. They must feel their body, notice the people, stay alert, stay regulated, and respond to the cues. If a child's sensory system is overwhelmed or under-responsive, a speech will not come naturally. Before we talk about a speech delay, we need to talk about the sensory foundations first. Imagine a child who dislikes certain sounds. If everyday noise feels too loud, their brain stays in the alert mode. When this brain is busy protecting itself from the sound, it does not focus on learning new words. Now think about a child who struggles with the body awareness. Their body may feel floaty, so they move constantly to feel grounded. They are not avoiding speech, they are trying to regulate. Some children also have the auditory or visual processing differences. You will call their name and it looks like they are ignoring you. Parents think it's a behavior, but often it's a sensory. Another big factor is emotional regulation. A child who gets overwhelmed easily may avoid social interaction because it feels unpredictable. When social interaction becomes hard, communication naturally reduces. Sensory challenges can also affect the eating and oromotor control. If the child avoids textures or gags easily, it often affects the jaw stability, lip closure, tongue movements, and all of this support for the clear speech. Now let's look at the real speech related red flags. A speech delay usually shows up as difficulty producing sounds, forming words, or building sentences. The child may understand everything but struggle to express. You may see limited babbling, unclear words, difficulty imitating, or slow vocabulary growth. Social interaction is usually present. The child tries to communicate but cannot form the words correctly. Sensory issues look like different. These children may have the words but don't use them at the right time. They may avoid the eye contact, seem in their own world, or talk only when calm. You might see inconsistent speech. Some days they talk, other days they don't. It's not that they don't want to. Their nervous system allows the speech only when they are regulated. You may also notice difficulty with the attention, transition, or everyday routines. Social interaction is a major clue. Speech delay children usually connect well, but struggle to express. Sensory affected children may struggle to connection because the environment feels too intense. Another difference is consistency. In a speech delay, speech is always hard. In sensory issue, it depends on regulation. Parents often say he likes only when he wants to, but it's really about the nervous system. Here are some signs that point towards a speech delay. No babbling by around 9 to 10 months, no clear words by 18 months, not following the simple instruction by 2 years of age, a speech that stay unclear beyond age 3, limited vocabulary or difficulty forming two-word phrases. If the child understands well but cannot express, a speech therapist should evaluate the child first. Now, signs of sensory issue looks different. Avoiding or craving the movement, disliking the certain sounds, avoiding touch, mouthing objects, a struggle to sit, or difficulty calming. You might also see irregular sleep, picky eating pattern, poor eye contact, or trouble with the transition. These patterns point more towards the sensory processing need. So, how do you know which one your child needs? Look at their play and daily behavior. If your child is social but not verbal, lean towards speech therapy. If the child struggles with the attention, regulation, or interaction, lean towards the OT. But in many cases, both assessments help. Speech and sensory development are linked, and children often benefit from the both. Okay, now let's talk about teamwork. Occupational therapy strengthens the foundation. It helps the child to stay regulated, focus better, and feel safe in the environment. Once the sensory system is calm, speech therapy becomes far more effective. The speech therapist then builds one on those regulated moments with sound, imitation, vocabulary, and communication practice. When both therapies work together, progress is quicker and more meaningful. Parents play a big role. You can support your child by giving the movement break, using simple sensory activities, keeping routines predictable, and modeling language daily. A child who feels regulated learns faster and communicates more confidently. A small daily habits make a big difference. If you are still unsure about what your child needs, trust your instinct. You know your child best. If something feels off, it's always better to check early. A combined OT and speech assessment gives the clear picture. It is not about level, it's about helping your child connection, express and feel understood. When we support both the body and the language system, communication becomes more easier and more joyful.